Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Medic Regional Blood Center. There are blood drives this week all over East Tennessee, as is the case every week, from churches to pizza places. Just go to medicblood.org, click the calendar on their website, type in your zip code, and find out where you can give life-saving blood, blood that could save a neighbor's life. Medic Regional Blood Center. There's no better thing I tell you to do month in, month out than Medic Regional Blood Center, medicblood.org. All right. Let me show you the SEC title race. I think we have a graphic here. There we go. As we've seen, Tennessee has knocked off Kentucky, so they got a game up on the Wildcats. Here's what the remaining schedule is. Tennessee 14-2. They've got Mississippi State and then at Auburn. So the opponents are 18-14. LSU tied with Tennessee. Right now, they would get the 1 seed in the tournament. We'll get to that in a second because they beat Tennessee head-to-head. If they went out and they've got the easier schedule, then they're going to be the 1 seed. Tennessee will be the 2 seed. But it would mean Tennessee is still regular season champ. You would tie with them. They've got at Florida 9-7, but then they got Vandy at home, so you better hope they lose to Florida. Kentucky's still in it. You know, they've got at Ole Miss 9-7, and then Florida 9-7. If things ended today, here's the SEC tournament bracket, and there's a 5-team glut in the middle of the package. So this was silly of me to waste my time doing this, but just to give you a heads up, you'll see Tennessee would be the number 2 seed there on the same side of the bracket with number 3 seed Kentucky. So you would see Kentucky in Nashville, probably a lot of blue there, in Nashville in the semifinals of the SEC tournament. As it stands today, you would play the winner of Auburn and Arkansas, but let me tell you, we'll break this down next week and it will all have changed. Last thing, Jerry Palm of CBSSports.com, big bracket guy, he gave Tennessee a number 1 seed yesterday. He said a 25-3 team with 8 quadrant 1 wins and losses only to top 20 teams. The Volunteers have earned their place as the number 1 seed. Tennessee's losses have been to Kansas on a neutral court, at Kentucky, and at LSU. Of course, these two could still meet again in the SEC tournament, and that would be interesting. If Reed Travis is back, you're probably going to have a lot of blue over in Nashville. It'd be an interesting rubber match to see those two go at it again. But here's my question. Let me put up the next graphic. Would a number 2 seed be better than the number 1 seed? We're going to be very quick here. And what I'm getting at, Jerry Palm has Virginia. God, I can't talk. The first seed in the tournament, the number 1 seed is Virginia. They would go to Washington, D.C. The second number 1 seed is Gonzaga. They would go to Anaheim. Third seed, Duke, Louisville. Right now, the 4th number 1 seed is Tennessee, which means you get shipped to Kansas City. Or, if it broke your way, and there's no guarantee of this, but if they said, we're going to give you the top 2 seed or a favorable number 2 seed that got you to Louisville, which is more important to this program, having its first ever number 1 seed and playing in Kansas City, or getting a number 2 seed, which it's had a couple of times before, and going to Louisville? Gentlemen.
I'd say whatever's the best route, regardless of location. Now, you don't want to be in Spokane or Anaheim. I get that, but I'd say Kansas City. If be the number 1 in Kansas City, if that's a better matchup.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think that's that big of a difference in Louisville.
Let's say the matchup is even.
I just don't see a huge distinction between Louisville and Kansas City.
Okay, I'll go the other way. I think I would take Louisville in the number 2 seed because I would want Vol fans there. That's just me.
Me personally, I like the Louisville game. It's closer to me. It's closer to all the rest of the ball fans, and it'd be more like a home game. So I like that part of it, but I wouldn't want to lose to have to get that number 2 seed. So.
Right, sure. All right, so we got one that says Kansas City in the 1 seed, one that says give me the Louisville seed if you can get it. What do you?
I've said all along I'd take a number 2 seed if it's a better draw and a better route to a Final Four. And so if that's in Louisville, which I do think because of the fans traveling, I would absolutely take Louisville.
Okay, yeah, we don't have the routes we can't discuss. We can discuss if we think Louisville versus Kansas City is a big enough match. We got 2 people that think it would be, one that says
I just remember the 2010 when they went to St. Louis for the Elite Eight. I didn't feel like that was any disadvantage to Tennessee fans to be way out there in St. Louis. Kansas City isn't that much farther.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. We will see you here next Sunday as we break down the SEC tournament field. We got a little bit more basketball with the guys. Tennessee's final week. Are they going to win the SEC regular season title? We'll discuss. Come on back.